All right, Speedromizer community, the moment you've been waiting for is here. We have SegaSonic the Hedgehog by the legendary Jawsomesauce and TempestMask. Please take it away.
Hey everybody, Jawsomesauce here. Tempest, are you ready to go fast?
I'm always ready to go fast.
Are you ready to go faster?
Faster? Oh.
You ready to go faster, faster, faster? Sonic
I
X.
see what you did
Anybody
there.
remember that cartoon?
That's too funny because that's literally my gateway into Sonic, as it were. I owe a lot to 4Kids for my love of video games, whether people like it or not.
Oh, so many. And Deke. 4Kids and Deke were like the thing.
That's true.
Hey everybody,
back in the time.
I'm Jawsomesauce, and I'm him here with...
And I am TempestMask1000. Some of you know me as Steve. I also he, him. And I'll be playing... So today, we're going to be doing something a little bit special. Anybody that's seen this speed run before of SegaSonic the Hedgehog may or may not know that the community, which is obviously a subsect of the overall speedrunning community for Sonic classic games, we normally emulate this on MAME. Today I will be doing that, but Jaws, this man went out of his way to not only learn the game, but set it up and actually be able to play it on a trackball setup. This is practically unheard of, and we are very intrigued and proud of his work. And as if that wasn't enough, we're just going to we're going to race the two different setups, so y'all get to see what it's like to speedrun this game on how it's meant to be played and how the speedrunners typically play it. For context, this is one of those few speedrun games that I'm ever going to be using a keyboard for because my hands are just so used to controllers, but keyboard is much, much preferred. Trackball, I mean, you'll see what has to be dealt with that. And yeah, not too much else to be said, except I guess a quick shout out to Sonic Free Riders and my man Keith Silverstein for signing my copy. What a legend. He helped me find the computer room. All right. Jaws, you ready? Oh, right. We got to make sure we also get the bid war. That's right.
All right. Who are we picking? I think it's like Ray the Flying Squirrel 1, number 1, and Mighty 1, number 2. So I'll take Ray if you'll take Mighty.
No complaints here.
Cool.
For context, this is where these...
Let me just double check and... Yep, so it's Ray the Flying Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo.
Cool, thanks for that contribution.
All right, so don't go to character select just yet.
I was going to say... go ahead.
No, real quick, I just want to explain something. So we're basically running the same thing. The only difference is where he's got a keyboard, I've got an arcade controller basically attached with the trackball with a kind of a USB mouse. Trackball going on. So what you'll see is a lot of different stuff. Even though we're playing the same game, it's a lot easier for some things for me to do with a trackball and some things for Steve to do with keyboard, like just going in a straight line. Sometimes it's harder for one of us over the other. So you'll see there are some crazy differences. And yeah, that's why you don't see me, you see my hands. It also is a workout. So if I need to take a break, no, I'm just kidding, I won't need a break, but if you're looking for a good workout, play this game on arcade.
Yeah. Good luck finding this on an arcade in general. This thing was Japan only. It was supposed to get a US release, but we'll talk about that as we go along. Yeah. All right. So we're going to start time once we select the character. So that's why we're actually waiting to put in the credits right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got a quarter? Shoot, I left all my quarters. I'm just
I told you.
I got a button. Look at this. We're going to get all the credits. Look at that. 9 credits.
Told you to study up on your little budgeting, my guy. No, anyway.
So this is a free play experience. Steve hopes not to die. It might take a couple deaths, but we'll see what's going to go on. So anyway, I'm ready now. Enough banter.
Press to the select screen now.
Okay.
And then I'm on Mighty. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's do it.
So the idea of this game is no, actually, hang on a second. I gotta say this right for the meme. The objective of SegaSonic the Hedgehog is you are trapped on an island and everything wants to kill you. Get the heck out of here. And that was actually a very good starting set off right there. So that right there is the, I guess you could say mini stage 1 right there. it's just a good example of, hey, everything is going to be chasing after you. You're going to be doing whatever the heck you wanted to just get out of dodge. In that case, you had to break the bars because the game was also very nice enough to tell you that that's something you need to do. And then we start things off to our first of the levels, Volcano Valley, which, fun fact, every level except for the final level of the game is naming by alliteration. So you'll love to see it.
And I'm already tired.
I'm gonna attempt I'm gonna attempt a little trick here. Hang on a second. Okay, I already failed it. So interestingly enough, a recent discovery from some of our professional runners is that we found you could actually jump over that second gate. But the idea is that you have to set yourself up so that you're not activating the treadmill, which raises it at first, and then you can angle yourself just right to get right over it. A volcanic vault. Oh man, look at the game already correcting me. I'm such a fraud.
It's close. Yeah. You'll see some things with my hands where I've had to practice kind of where positioning should go, moving my hands around, different grips, or whatever you want to call it, different positions. We have one action button to jump, which also kind of grinds through stuff too. So you'll see me kind of move my hands back and forth using left and right hands, sometimes double-handing it. To get a little extra speed. I'm already breath. I'm already winded.
I can hear Eggman on your microphone already, so I can easily tell that like we are not that far behind from each other, which is to be expected because Volcanic Vault is one of those levels where it's just that simple. Oh, good grief, mighty.
One of the harder parts of that first level compared to a keyboard is you go down and you go right, and I have to like find down and right on my ball. So even just the beginning is like, oh man.
Yeah, oddly enough, Sega programmed this game so that going a certain diagonal direction is nigh impossible even for keyboards. Mm-hmm. I always thought it was like, surely the cabinet has to have the solution for that, but no, I guess this was always intended or something like that. I don't know why it makes me feel giddy, it just does. It's irony at its finest.
So right there I was trying to do an intentional fall to skip kind of the effort of having to climb the second ladder, and somehow I got put right back where I was, which is not
That's
not
the worst part, yeah. Like, this game obviously has a sense of what is a safe area, what is not a safe area. It's just going to make sure that it does whatever it wants to. Let's talk about rings, by the way, because Sonic, this game has rings. You can collect them. We try not to get the bonus because it wastes a little bit more time, but we do actually have a category called All Bonuses, and it is considerably harder because you have to make sure you at least collect half the percentage of the rings in each level in order to get the bonus. And obviously that takes a sense of knowing where those rings will be located. Some of them are hidden, like in the case of that final section in Volcanic Vault. So you have, it's definitely a category that's not just meant for speed, but for challenge as well, and is nice enough that somebody at least came up with it to make sure the leaderboard isn't just solely beat the game. Of course, this game also has some co-op in mind, so you can also do that too. But I can only imagine what it's like to do that because I've never had to before, and even then, the added challenge is, as I would imagine, having to just play with another friend.
I could have somebody in the chat. I just saw Darth Plague earlier. Somebody just keep track of my continues here. So how many quarters I'm using? I'm on. That was one already. Oh, not the antlion.
I think I see what you're trying to do here, and circumstances depending, I may or may not match. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Let's hope. Let's hope it's low.
I mean,
look, high and low. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's two.
I have to be mindful of my own budget too, But you better believe I'm going to do my best for community no matter what.
Oh man, that's all right. We're doing good here. All right. So now we're going to go up here.
All right, there we go. And bottoms up. Just seltzer, by the way. Don't drink and drive.
Here we are in some quicksand that just sort of slows you down for no reason.
So far, I don't think I've had a death, which is very interesting because I literally was joking just a moment before and saying, "I'm gonna look. We'll make this we'll make the skill gap less by me attempting to 1cc this." Really, I don't think anyone has 1cc this game before, and I doubt that's going to be happening. Oh, jeez,
it's getting real loud. I'm trying to climb this. Sorry, everybody. It's really hard to climb this.
It's not your fault. It's
just an example of when the game developers are like, dude, we got to find a way to get some money out of these kids. And that's what they did. So they made it real hard to get up the hill.
Ow, jeez.
Cool. I avoided the last, that was me avoiding the last antlion, by the way, in case you
I don't usually get zapped, and well, there goes the 1cc.
Oh.
So that's a death on my end. We'll add that to the counter as well, probably.
Sure.
Ah, jeez.
So what's fun about, so I love speedrunning as a kind of casual level. I call it casual dad speedrunning because I have about as much time as any dad has. Just 40-year-old dad just playing games. And the thing with this, this kind of game is I can't practice it very much because I get really tired after like the third run. So it is very interesting to try to like practice a game that you physically can't do after a while. It's kind of like the Wii, right? Like you can play some Wii games and then...
Or the Kinect.
Yeah, or the Kinect. Like, that's very similar to that. Where like, another benefit of the keyboard, you get to... Ooh, as it gets smashed. Still alive, though. But it's fun. I mean, it's a workout. Like, I'm sweating.
Yo, shoutouts to speedrunning dads, by the way. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Yeah, thanks. Everybody else, too.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the landslide limbo, at least on my end. So this is just gonna be mostly platforming on the precipice of disaster or something of that caliber. We got crumbling platforms. We got vine swings. Mighty, can you get off? I'm trying to remember what the yeet was that? That was.
I have another death there on my side.
I'm tempted to say that's never happened before. I'm tempted to say that's never happened before right now. And you know what? We'll say it counts. We'll say it counts. But yeah, I'm just running up some Good grief, that's a death on my end. Okay, so I'm not gonna avoid this upcoming background because that is a fake path. If you run into it, you get your head stuck like a cartoon character.
That's the worst part too. Yep, I'm just starting my inside on the. Not too far behind for the gap.
Only stage that has a boss. And there actually is a fast way to kill this thing. You can get yourself stuck and constantly get yourself hit, and that's another death for me.
Is there a way to jump off that? The swing the first time? Or do you have to wait for it to come back?
I'm trying that, but it's literally
never able to.
I don't think so, really. I think the game forces you to take your time.
That makes sense.
That's the worst thing about this boss, by the way.
Makes you take time.
No, that's the worst thing about this game, though, is that you can easily die by getting stun locked by the flamethrower and the electric fence, which is what happened to me. So I'm pretty sure that was like 2 deaths in that entire section. Wild Waterway. Okay, I'm actually going to take some time to do a little tradition that my pal Hypnotics had first shown me when I first saw him run this game. So I'm going to hold my breath for the entire water section. DJ, you have time to do messages.
Hang on 1 second here. I actually have a donation here to read off. We have a $5.01 donation from H4XM. It just says, just casually here getting the marathon over 600 Canadian because why not? I also added 1 cent because I like round numbers. So we are currently sitting at 605 Canadian.
Good job.
$1 away from breaking Speedromizer 1's total.
Nice.
Okay, thanks, Axum. Appreciate it. That's a friend of mine from the Spark community. Oh, jeez.
So the water thing here, I know you just did the water, and everybody probably saw it, that if you just sort of hug the wall and go down, it's free. Like, this is a free area that if you're just chilling and you go fast, nobody touches you. So it's kind of nice.
That first
on trackball, where I have to work.
Good grief. First this section, give it, and then it take it.
Sorry.
The water platforms are the worst thing about this game, and it's probably how we're dying the most. So
it takes half your life when you fall. It's really not. It's really the get all your quarters, the part of the game.
Ah, jeez, man.
Try to get ahead of these water spouts.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, this is the part that's crazy. Oh, take a death right into the water.
I literally had a much better run of this stage, like, earlier when we were warming up for this.
There's another death.
Okay, so now we're going to the final level, Eggman Tower. This is the one non-alliteration, and yeah. This game goes by very quickly, if that was not obvious by now, and it is a very easy Sonic game to learn, in my honest opinion, that I highly recommend. That's another death on my end. Yeah, I highly recommend anybody that's always wanted to try Sonic to give this a shot. It's so fast-paced. We actually have a newer runner whose latest PB was posted. Oh, what?
Another death.
Okay, that's actually never happened before. Sorry, as I was saying, we had a runner whose PB was like, latest PB was 11 days ago. I think it may be their first. But that's, I swear, I don't usually get killed by the buzzsaw in that ladder section. This is not fair at all, I think. I'm calling hacks. I'm calling hacks on that one game.
You want to talk about how this game ends?
Yeah, so once we get to Eggman, we've got a self-destruct sequence that we got to get out of Dodge from, and how this will play out is one of two ways. Either we run out of time and the whole place explodes and it's just a instant end right there, and that'll be a time when that countdown runs out. Otherwise, alternatively, we just get out of the door, and then that'll be time for the good ending. There's really, we just specify whether we got the good ending or a bad ending whenever we submit our PBs. There's really no category difference at all.
So I will tell you, I learned something a couple weeks ago. I think I told you there is a third thing that can happen. If you're at half-life and you fall off, the game ends. You do not finish the game. You die, and the game says you're just done. So you can end your run at the end of the game just by falling off if you're at that kind of health. Oops.
I'm just going to say it. Eggman!
It's not fun. No, I was at like a PB pace to it. I was like, no!
Yeah, unfortunate.
Like, all I had to do is finish the level.
Yeah. I'm almost at time, by the way. Just see if I can get it. 5, 4, 3, and time.
Nice job. You got in the door?
Yeah, got in the door.
I'm on the second outside run here. Working out. Here we go, up to Robotnik here. Let's see if I can get it.
This game was supposed to have an English release, by the way, and Eggman's design was supposed to be Dr. Robotnik from the Saturday AM cartoons.
All right, so same 20-second thing here.
13:04.
Let's see if we can get out of here.
Wow. That's actually a really good run.
So I'm in peril here, so if I fall, I just, the game's just over. Oops.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't fall, but that's the thing is, with what can happen is you can cut off the camera, and the camera won't move if you make too sharp of a turn. You don't want that.
Come on, man.
Don't think we're gonna get there. 2, 1.
Oh, no.
No, I just passed it. Ah, I just missed the door.
Time. Oh,
I'll take it. I'll take it, though.
Hey, by the way, quick shout out to Takeshi Kuso, known for Future Trunks, who is actually the voice of Sonic in this game before Junichi Kanemaru took over as the longtime Japanese voice of Sonic. It's a pretty nice fact about this game.
Let's see, I'm looking at the time on the stream, 57. All right, that's still a PB, sub 14. Yes!
Let's go!
Yeah!
Dude, I'm so happy for you.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Hold on a second. Wait for it. Sploosh.
Sploosh.
He knows.
Poor Robotnik / Eggman.
Oh,
/ Jim Carrey.
Let me see here. I got a high score apparently, so let's say S.
Oh, you gotta get a high score on your thing. Here we go.
Game, please. All right, I'm just gonna go with Spa, just because I nearly ran out of time.
That works.
I'm very curious to know if mine was actually a PB as well, because 1304, I haven't really kept up a lot with like my last PB, but that could very well be it. So I'll have to get back to you on that next week.
Awesome. So I see the deaths in the chat. Offline, we'll talk about what we'll do, but we'll definitely amplify something based on the number of deaths.
Absolutely.
You'll see something coming from us soon.
Sounds good. All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, go ahead.
The last thing I want to say is I do know there is one of these cabinets for real in Chicago area. There's a Galloping Ghost. It's a huge mega arcade. I have no affiliation with them. I just know they're there. They have one of these cabinets. I'm planning to get there at some point and do a live or do a recording on the real cabinet to see kind of how close my calibration was to it. But they also have brought it to MagFest in the past. So some of you may seen that cabinet, but there are not many of these cabinets in the US. So if you could find one, definitely try it out, especially if it's on free play mode. Because
definitely
how many deaths, but it was really cool. I appreciate the opportunity to try something different by figuring out how to get this thing to stream. So thanks so much, Tempest, for submitting the run, and DJ, everybody, for letting me do this crazy thing. So
my pleasure, man. Hey, I gotta say, shout out to this classic Sonic community, especially my pals Hypnotics, S2, and world record holder Spectral Platypus. These fine gentlemen, have been the essential head of this leg of the community and just some of our finest players, but also among our other wonderful folks like Broken, Hyperlink, Crawnoon, of course, folks like Razvan. That's our fella that just submitted a new PB 11 days ago. Seriously, and also yes, shout outs to Argic, of course. But yeah, all things considered, join our community. We're more than happy to teach you how to play this game if you want to. It's literally just a setup of MAME. It's not all too bad. It's, again, probably one of the quickest and fastest Sonic speed games you can learn. I literally picked this up for a 12-hour challenge, and I didn't even need the full time for it. And as for me, this won't be my last time you're going to see me. I do want to apologize for the fact that a horrible stomach pain that I was experiencing earlier when I was supposed to have my Kirby run happened. So we're going to see what we're going to do about that. But aside from that, you will also catch me next week with Disruptor. So hope to see you all then.
It is fun that you had a stomach. It's not fun, but it's funny that you had a stomach bug as a Kirby run. Like, because Kirby, he would have a stomach problem with all the things he eats.
Touché.
So I'll be commenting. Vert's he's doing Godzilla, which is one of my favorite games, and I'm a huge Godzilla nut. So we'll see you all next weekend with Vert's doing Godzilla. You saw him yesterday doing Enter the Matrix. So appreciate again all the opportunities to be able to hang out with everybody.
All
We're done here. Take us away, DJ.
All right, we will be right back with more Speedromizer goodness. Don't go anywhere. All right, Speedromizer community, my time has come to an end on the mic. However, I am leaving you in the hands of the one, the only, the legend that is the Tara Stark. Take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much. The legendary DJ Fatso, everybody. Oh my goodness. What an incredible day of Speedromizer we have had today, gang. I'm just absolutely loving everything that we've been able to do today. We've raised, what, I believe $200 some today, roughly. We're up to over $600 raised for QMUNITY. Thank you so much to all of the folks who've been playing some incredible games today. We've had Raving Rabbits, we've had Halo, we've had, that was yesterday, goodness gracious. It has been such a long weekend and there's so much more to go. Getting to start the morning with something as chaotic as WarioWare, getting to see one of my favorite games, Spyro the Dragon, all just as I'm waking up, getting to participate in this event, insofar as being able to help with stream tech, just as well as being able to help with hosting. It has just been an absolute pleasure being able to be here with y'all and getting to experience this. I did mention briefly that I've been taking on a number of roles here, and I would love to talk to y'all more about these. Just checking in with our team. I believe what we are going to do first, though, as we continue raising money for QMUNITY, a fabulous, fabulous cause, we are going to run a couple of ads, all post-tax revenue. All post-tax revenue should be going to QMUNITY from these ads. So you simply being here, if you're able to donate, those dollars go a much, much longer way, and you are more than welcome and encouraged to do so. You can leave a message for some of your favorite runners through our donation link, speedromizer.live/donate. You can also type !donate in the chat, as I have just done. However, even if you have nothing to give, simply being here and simply watching through these ads helps us to raise money for QMUNITY. I'm so happy to be a part of this with all of y'all as we go through this journey together. That said, those ads are coming up. When they are running, you're here, but you're also making sure you've taken care of your body. When was the last time you had something to eat? When was the last time you had something to drink? Get some food, drink some drinks. Go pet your pets if you got a pet to pet. This sounds like a tongue twister. I know, I've said it a million times. It never stops being great. But yeah, maybe when we come back, we may have some pets to pet on stream. Maybe we will have some lovely runs. Klonoa's pretty fuzzy. We could probably pet Klonoa. We wouldn't be mad about that, right? See y'all real soon. How back are we? We're so back! Thank you so much for hanging out through a couple of sponsored messages. Thank you so much for helping to bring Speedromizer forward and helping us to sponsor QMUNITY. Just in case I didn't talk about this earlier, I don't think I did actually. Many people have, but I feel like it bears repeating. QMUNITY is British Columbia's queer, trans, and two-spirit resource center, providing safe space for two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersexual, and asexual folks and their allies. They improve the lives of their communities and provide them with support through an array of programs and services like its youth, seniors, and older adults, counseling, employment, and informational and referrals programming and services. They help connect folks through volunteer opportunities and peer support groups. QMUNITY also provides education services and queer inclusivity training through publications, one-on-one consultations, and interactive workshops. This is absolutely critical, gang, that groups like QMUNITY are supported in their local environments. Yes, there are plenty of large organizations that do a lot of PR work and help do a lot of coverage for corporations, but it's local LGBT community centers on the ground that are really, really helping, folks that you see every day get their start and keep on going in their communities. You may have noticed we